Hello, Boring Review Nation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we are here today to bring you another music reaction, fresh off the presses. Super excited for this. As we dove, at first, I gotta admit, anybody that's been following the channel for a minute knows I was not the biggest fan of the Beatles' early music. And I would venture to say that some of their fans might have been that way. Like, they weren't my favorite at best. And maybe as they continued to mature as a band and their music became more, more diverse, but it matured and it evolved, they probably gained some fans along the way. You know what I mean?
They definitely gained some fans, and they definitely evolved their music. Absolutely.
I can tell you, for instance, from the rap world, I was not the biggest Jay-Z fan in the beginning. And then eventually, just as he's, through the years, continued to progress, man, the guy became a monster, and he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? At this point, he's on the Mount Rushmore. Him, Eminem, Biggie, and Tupac, period. But going back to the Beatles, guys, their early stuff was just so, I don't know. I don't want to say jingly, but it was. It was like a jingle and poppy, and then
it was enough to hit number one.
Listen,
time and time again.
Okay, it did hit number one time and time again, but again, you understand the difference though. When you give me Helter Skelter, when you gave me what was it? The last song we did, Tomorrow.
Here Comes the Sun.
Here Comes the Sun. While my guitar gently weeps. To me, those are more fully fleshed out songs, more intricate, and in my opinion, just a better indicator of what I consider to be rock, not that other more poppy stuff in the beginning.
But see, the thing is that I love their early stuff. The thing I like about their early stuff is even if we read a book in class, his class did, my class did, all the fourth grade did, about how they noticed that certain words like love and this or that were hitting the charts, so they would try to write more songs with those buzzwords in there.
Right.
Even with that, those songs still had their own individual music, like with dun, 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 dun. Like with, I don't even know what instrument that is. I don't think it's just a guitar. It almost sounds like something else. Like that kind of stuff I really, really enjoy. But we're going to check out Let It Be. This is, I've always felt, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct, this was a Paul McCartney song that he wrote by himself. Could be wrong about that. This is obviously later on in their career. This is one of the best songs of all time.
Okay.
And I believe he wrote it partly inspired by his mom. He mentions her name in the song. We're going to check it out. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And let us know where this song ranks for you Beatle fans. Is it top 5, top 10? I like these polls I see on YouTube for WWE wrestlers. Are they top 5, top 10, outside of top 20? I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. So let us know where this song ranks for you guys.
Now, is this real Paul or fake Paul?
It's always the same Paul.
The only Paul. I just wanted to get him started with the controversy. Go down the rabbit hole.
There's a lot of people on our last one that said ridiculous. So I appreciate that. Here we go.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
I've heard this somewhere before.
Of course you have. It's a classic.
And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom,
There's John.
let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. 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 Yeah, there will be an answer, let it be. 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 Whisper is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Oh, there will be an answer. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
So, two things. First of all, I think the woman taking the photographs, the blonde lady there, real quick, I think that was Paul McCartney's first wife, Linda. Could be wrong. Second of all, I haven't seen the whole thing, but on Disney Plus, they have like this very long documentary, like 3 or 4 hours, something like that, about this recording session. They had made a few movies in their day, and some of them like were traditional movies, some were like this. They were going to make a movie or some kind of recorded performance. I can't remember what the premise was, but I think this was taken from that recording. And when you watch the thing, it's crazy because it's like all uncut. It's just them in the room kind of like putting together this or that. It's kind of cool. I think that's where that came from. And this person posted, just 5 months ago. So I think that's where some of that comes from. So it's kind of cool to see this behind the scenes.
Right.
But it wasn't all exactly synced because it was from that special. But it's a classic song. What do you think?
You know, it was bothering me because I could not picture. I was like, wait, was this in what's that? Like a box of chocolates. Forrest Gump. No.
Gump?
I was like, what soundtrack have I heard this in? I've heard it somewhere, but it's a classic song. I never heard the whole thing. And again, it's gonna be an added. I got to put it on the Beatles collection. Their older stuff to me is just so much stuff. More. Or their newer
later
stuff.
For them, yeah.
They're later for them, but it's just so much more mature. And this is like in between, right? Because it's not poppy, but it's not as dark and somber as like While My Guitar Gently Weeps, but it's like right in the middle there, whatever. I still consider it to be more of a ballad, you know what I mean? And dude, it's so funny because even they all look different. Their hair is grown now. He's got the full Manchu beard going on, the long hair. So I was just like listening to it, but at the same time, the visuals really did capture me. All the specific people they keyed in on. I noticed that they had is it Yoko Ono there with John Lennon, and because some people like she thought she was part of the band, which is like allegedly one of the reasons they broke up.
She's one of the reasons that definitely broke up the band. Absolutely. And I'm
just going off comments, so true Beatle fans don't kill me.
Everyone knows.
I just started going down the rabbit hole.
Her name is turned into like someone that messes it up like that. That person that breaks up the group, breaks up the friendship. Don't be a Yoko Ono.
So you're saying her name is a verb? We just turned Yoko Ono into a verb. The action of breaking a friendship. That is classic. But I didn't even. And here's where I'm going to show my ignorance. That wasn't Stevie Wonder, right? That was there.
I honestly thought the same thing. I didn't want to say it because I want to be like this or that.
Sorry, guys.
But I don't know what he was doing here, but he was definitely playing the piano.
He was playing the piano, and it looked like he couldn't see.
He didn't have any shades on, but I don't know Stevie Wonder early on. I want to say he did jam with them from time. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing.
Thankfully, but you know what I mean? And I'm sorry. I know I've seen the Ray Charles and the Stevie Wonder movies and stuff like that, but to see that, say I've actually seen their performances and know what they look like, no. I only knew what, and from the Beatles, I knew what John Lennon looked like simply because I grew up in New York and everyone knows that he got shot in New York or whatnot. And I mean, it was like all over TV.
In Central Park?
It was, he lived like right there in New York, in Central Park, right across the street. And he left. And then the guy, when he was coming back home, like it's crazy. Supposedly he had like shook the guy's hand, give him an autograph. The guy stopped and waited for him to come back. It was a crazy story. But so I knew how he looked. And Paul McCartney, I couldn't tell you that the other two were Beatles. They actually look so different to me than their earlier stuff that you had showed me. Yeah, George Harrison and Ringo. Like, they look so different. But I really loved it. Again, I like their slower ballad stuff. I like their more mature stuff. I think that this is, to me, this is what, 3-4 minutes. This is more like a full fleshed out song. They even give us that small guitar solo there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which their guitar still sounds very stringy. I agree with you. Let us know. That's not a traditional guitar. What is it?
It might. I don't know this. I just don't really know. But I know that they got, especially George, got into sitar music, which is almost like a guitar, but it's a little different. Okay. Maybe that was a sitar he was strumming.
Okay, because it sounded differently, but they still gave us that solo. Where in the beginning, I think you gave me one Beatles song. I can't remember which one it was. Nick, it was under 2 minutes. It was under 2 minutes. I was like, holy cow, that was a jingle. That was a song. You know what I mean? So I was like, that was really, really quick.
Listen, back then, 2 minutes or 6 minutes, they still sell the same. It still costs the same. Someone left a great comment. They said, listen, every different Beatles song is its own genre as far as them. So they're definitely very
eclectic.
Expansive with their different variety of music. And that's something I love. I don't like a band just staying with one thing, but I also like a band changing completely. For me, I can still identify the Beatles in most of their songs. So they're fantastic. Glad you liked it. Let us know what you think. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
we know all things.